Can we talk about the fact?
What are you looking at?
Don't look at the stats I have on my phone, bro.
Okay, go.
Okay, the Dodgers have the pitcher in the MLB with the most wins. They also have the pitcher in the MLB with the lowest ERA and the pitcher with the third lowest ERA, and those are all three separate pitchers. That's a stacked rotation right there.
Is one of those people Scherzer? That's all I gotta know.
Scherzer has the lowest ERA in the MLB currently at like
What about Kelly?
2.08.
What about
Joe Kelly,
what's he got?
he in my heart, he's pitching perfectly. He's
That's
pitching
what
perfect games.
yeah.
Every time he's on the mound, it's a perfect game.
Well, but it was looking rough for a little bit. Those injuries were just crazy.
Yeah, no, definitely. And now they've got more good batters too. But what do you think about the MLB? Is the only major like sports league in the U.S. that doesn't have a salary cap. If it was up to you, would you implement a salary cap?
I love that LA's good and the Yankees are good, but I mean, do you need to make it fair? I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough because you got certain teams.
You're different though, not having one. You know what I'm saying? There's something different about it.
Yeah, which I don't know. It's tough because every once in a while you have teams that like, despite not having a huge payroll, they do good. Like I think the Tampa Bay Rays, they're one of the lower payrolls and one of the highest winning teams. But for the most part, the like top winning teams tend to be like the big franchises like Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, all the Cubs are usually another high paid one. That they'll just like always be like Dodgers and Yankees might not be making it to the World Series every year, but they're always going to be like in discussion, which is sort of weird because other sports it seems like teams kind of come and go more.
Because like just in football terms, like if there was no salary cap there, it would be like the Rams and the Giants, right? Like the big cities, and then like no one's gonna want to go to Minnesota to play for the Vikings.
Yeah,
right?
well, I think it's and it tends to be like historical teams, like teams that have a lot of like the Steelers would be a big one because
Raiders,
they have a
Packers,
lot of
Cowboys.
Cowboys would be probably
even crazier than they already are
if there was no salary cap, because then it's just left up to however much you can earn, and then it's like how much do you charge for a hot dog so that you can pay your players more or whatever.
Well, I think there'd have to be like in baseball, are these teams with no salary cap, are these teams that like are in the the not big cities, are they like historically not making the playoffs every year because there's no salary cap, or are they just good and like the salary cap would just push them over the edge?
Yeah, well, and also it's interesting, like that makes it even harder to have. I mean, I don't think they'll probably have one for a while, but like expansion teams, then you come in and you're at like even more of a disadvantage than you would be in like the NFL or the NBA, because you're coming in and you've got no money unless it's just like an eccentric billionaire that bought the team or started the team.
But then like sorry, I was yawning. I'm tired, man. We came home from that Fresno game last night, exhausted. But then I'm thinking like, okay, how do you implement a salary cap? Like,
I don't know
if you're the Dodgers and they say this is the money and you're all the way over, I'm like, I don't want to cut half my team. That's not fair to us.
Yeah.
Because then that's probably just in dead cap, and you're just giving all these guys, and you have to release half of them. You want to say something, Ty?
Oh no, it's just crazy because I was looking up what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
And in 2020, they ranked the Dodgers like as a franchise like evaluation like $3.4 billion like worth, which is like
jeez, dude.
It's like when you're trying to buy an NFL team, it's like maybe a couple like 100 million, maybe something less, somewhere around there, right? But this is like a 3.4 billion for like just baseball, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think also baseball team. I could be wrong, but from what I know, baseball teams tend to not be as much like the NFL teams are like Jerry Jones owns the Cowboys and like it's like one face that owns the team, but I think
it's
it
more of a
tends
group
to
purchase.
be
Like the Dodgers, I know like Magic's involved.
Yeah,
in
Magic is in there. I know they use Magic as like the face of the owners a lot,
but there's multiple
I think
owners,
he's like pretty small share of it. I think.
Yeah, I think he's like very small share. I think he's one of the.
It's just enough to be like, I own an MLB
Magic
team.
owns. Yeah.
Like I don't think like if I could buy like 1% of a percent of a team, I would do it in a heartbeat. Just says
it says
I own
Noah
this team.
Pitcher's the owner of the MLB.
Or like, what percent of a team do you have to own in order to get the ring if you win?
Yeah, the Magic for sure got a ring, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
sure.
I think.
Also, the thing another thing I was thinking about the salary cap. Without there being a salary, or if there was a salary cap, you're never gonna get movies like Moneyball, dude. And Moneyball's one of my favorite movies ever. You ever seen Moneyball?
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's weird because because the A's were just like broke.
Yeah, and they had to do it.
You have to stretch your money
to do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, versus the Dodgers or like any other team with a lot of money, you play Moneyball in the sense that you're like smart with how you spend your money, but also you can just drop the bag on anybody.
Yeah, you
that
can just drop the bag.
Good. You don't have to be like cutting corners, signing like no-name people.
I think though with the A's, I know we're talking about the A's right now. Like, I'll just like say they're moving because if they move, they're probably going to Vegas. I think, right? Then they're probably going to be making a lot more money there, right? So when the Raiders left, the Raiders making a lot more money.
They'll probably make more money anywhere other than Oakland.
Yeah. Do you think fans?
I don't know where Vegas would be a smart move. I don't know. Could you picture the A's in Vegas? You think they'd be good there?
I think if they do though, they better keep the name and the colors. It better be green.
Yeah, I think I know some people have talked about like Oregon, maybe you do Portland or something like that.
Yeah.
But
that's not gonna make you any money either, bro. In Portland,
maybe. So? I don't know. I mean, I think
the Trailblazers coming back could be sick though.
The fact that it took this long for there to be like
Supersonics
teams in Vegas is kind of insane.
Right?
What? The Supersonics?
Yeah.
What about them?
They're not in Portland. They're in Seattle.
Yeah.
Supersonics. That would make money just because the Supersonics come back. But Seattle's
not
really
they should go there. They need to go there. Clippers go to San Diego, even though they're not gonna. They're building a new
Chargers should move back, but they're not going to move back. They just built $1 billion stadium.
Yeah.
But they should be in San Diego.
Clippers are in the process of building one. They need to, I don't know. It's just tough when you're like not the best team in your city.
It's hard when you don't have a lot of money, and then you're trying to build a new stadium. I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch more, you can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Harvester Sports.